My name is realrevnge. I'm 28. Right now, I'm sitting in a penthouse overlooking the city, holding a cup of coffee that went cold 3 hours ago. In my lap is a legal document that says I now own the very company that fired my father 20 years ago. My hands are shaking not because I feel powerful, but because I'm finally, utterly exhausted. An hour ago, my mother called me for the first time in 3 years. She didn't ask how I was. She asked if the rumors were true, if I was really the one who bought her house out of foreclosure. When I said yes, she didn't cheer. She started to sob. She said, "We never expected anything from you, Alara. Why did it have to be you?" I hung up. Before I take you back to the beginning, if this story stays with you, please take a moment to like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from, and what is the one dream you're chasing even when no one believes in you? Let's go back 14 years. To the day the music stopped. I grew up in Oak Haven. My father was a master carpenter. He could talk to wood and make it sing. My mother was a piano teacher. Our house wasn't big, but it always smelled like cedar and cinnamon. But then the factory closed. I remember being 14 and watching my dad sit on the porch for 16 hours straight, staring at his hands as if they had betrayed him. We lost the car, then the furniture. But the moment that broke me was the day the movers came for the piano. As they wheeled it out of the house, it hit the doorframe, and the strings let out this long, haunting moan. It sounded like the soul was being ripped out of the walls. My older brother, Leo, was the star of the family. He had a football scholarship. My parents spent their last cent on his gear, his camps, his dreams. I was the reliable one. While Leo practiced under the stadium lights, I was scrubbing grease off the floors of a diner until midnight to help pay the electric bill. One night, I heard my mom whisper to my dad in the kitchen, "Thank God for Leo. He's our way out. Ilara is tough. She'll be fine on her own." That was the night I realized being tough just meant being invisible. At 18, I didn't go to college. I moved to the city with $400 in my pocket and a lie. I told my parents I had a full scholarship so they wouldn't feel guilty. For 5 years, I was a ghost. I worked as a janitor in a massive tech firm by night, and I studied their business models by day from the discarded memos in the trash. I slept on a mattress I found on a curb. I remember one winter, I call it my salt and water year, where I lived on nothing but crackers and tap water for a week because I'd sent my entire paycheck home to pay for Leo's emergency. I found out later that emergency was a ski trip he didn't want to miss. I didn't call them, I didn't scream, I just worked. I started a small consulting firm. It failed. I started another. It failed too. I cried in subway stations where the noise of the trains drowned out my voice. But every time I felt like giving up, I closed my eyes and heard the sound of that piano leaving our house. 6 months ago, the wheel turned. I found out that corporation that bought my dad's old factory was going bankrupt. I didn't just save it. I bought the whole thing. I drove back to Oak Haven last week. I didn't call ahead. I stood at the end of the driveway of my childhood home, the one my mother didn't know I had already saved from the bank. I saw Leo sitting on the porch, looking exactly like my father used to, broken, confused, and waiting for someone to save him. He didn't even recognize the woman in the black SUV. I didn't go inside. I just put an envelope in the mailbox. Sweated inside was the deed to the house, clear and paid in full. And attached to it was a delivery receipt for a brand new grand piano that would arrive the next morning. I didn't stay for the thank you. I didn't want a parade. I just wanted the music to start again. So, back to that phone call tonight. My mother asked me, "How did you do it without us ever knowing?" I told her, "I did it the same way I survived my childhood, Mom." In silence. I'm still sitting here in this penthouse. The coffee is cold. But for the first time in 28 years, I'm not tough. I'm just home. Before you go, tell me, if you had been invisible for 10 years, would you have left that deed in the mailbox? Or would you have kept driving? I really want to know.